right, we'll get started. So Emma, how are you feeling? We'll get started now. How are you feeling ahead of the season start here in Auckland?
I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling very happy, very positive to be back here in Auckland. I love the city, I love the venue. I have a really good friend here, one of my best friends is here, so I'm hanging out with her in the off time, and yeah, it's just really positive overall.
Great, questions?
Emma, Guy from One News. Last time you were here last year, I think we were talking about injuries to you and how you were feeling about the season ahead. Now you've had your surgery and all that sort of stuff. How do you feel now? Do you feel a lot better than you were a year ago about your game and about your body and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I at the time was having wrist pains for the last 5 months before I even came to Auckland. So, I was kind of managing it, keeping it going and keeping it under wraps as much as I could. I knew it was kind of inevitable if I wanted to fix the problem, but I wanted to keep going through the season. And I'm feeling a lot better now. I feel stronger, I feel fitter, I'm feeling more positive, I feel refreshed. So I'm really looking forward for this year.
Where do your expectations kind of sit for a tournament like this and I suppose for the next season as well?
Well, it's going to be fun, I think, going out there, competing again, having the competitive juices flowing. I think I've been training really well in practice. So overall, I'm feeling really good about my game. I think my tennis-wise is better than I was a year ago today. It's just playing a match, it's going to be different, of course. It's been like 7-8 months since my last match competitively. So I think just getting the feel of match fitness, big points, stuff like that, I think that might take some time to fall into place. But in terms of tennis and game and level and fitness, I'm a lot better.
Emma, good to have you back here. What was that break like for you, that long time off the tour?
Yeah, it was different. I would say I had it was a long time off. It was hard being quite immobilized, I would say, because of the surgeries I had, and especially hands and foot. I think it was difficult in the beginning, and I had a few unrelated conditions from the surgery, like off the court, so it took a long time. I had some hiccups in the recovery, but it's been insightful, I would say. I got to spend a lot of time just thinking like how I feel, and I definitely got that hunger back just to be on the court competing, training, sweating. I think you really appreciate the time you have when you're healthy and on court, and I think it's easy when you hear other players, other athletes say that in their press conferences, like you're so much more grateful. I feel like you don't fully understand it until you go through it yourself, so that was pretty good for me to have. And
you seem really relaxed at the moment. I mean, coming back, are you feeling pressure, or is this kind of like starting afresh in a way for you? Yeah,
I feel reborn in a way. I feel fresh, I feel ready, I feel happy, I feel excited. So overall I'm feeling very positive and lighter. I think that for 2 years after the US Open I felt maybe a bit more like weight on my shoulders, but now I feel like completely fresh. It's nice not to have 3 casts on you, so just moving around and you showering, everything, you really appreciate just like being able to do your own hair, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just happy to be back playing.
In terms of coming back to playing, why did you choose the ASB Classic here in Auckland to be your first tournament back?
Well, I think I remember coming here last year. I think it's one of the best venues and sites on tour, honestly. Like I love, like the food here is great. The weather when it's on is really, really nice. It's beautiful. It was funny because when I was in London, I was there for like 3-4 months doing my rehab, doing my training, and like every time new coaches, new people would come in, like from the LTA, nutritionists, whatever, they'd be like, wow, you look really pale, like I've never seen you this pale before ever, like you need to get in the sun. And I was like, oh my god, like you look sick. I was like, thanks. So I think I got some more colour in the last 2 days, which is good. But Auckland's such a great tournament, and the field this year is super strong, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And how important is the ASB Classic as, I guess, a warm-up tournament to others like the Australian Open?
Yeah, it's really important because I think for me especially, I was training indoors the last 3-4 months, so it's completely different, like going from indoor tennis to outdoor tennis, conditions wise, wind, The balls are a lot more lively. But I think it sets up the swing well. You get used to the conditions out here, and I'm just happy to be back.
Welcome back. Have you set yourself any specific goals for 2024?
2024, I would say the biggest goal I think I have going forward is just like being healthy, being injury free. And then tennis wise, I think after the initial getting the feel of matches again, I think it's really important for me to just like approach it with the identity of like how I want to play tennis, and not let anything else dictate that. And then results wise, I think I obviously want to be more consistent. That's one of my goals, and just improving my skill level and tennis level overall.
There's been stories that you're now working with Nick Cavaday again. How's that going? And
well, he's one of my childhood coaches. So, I mean, I've known Nick when I was like 10 years old, and he was helping me out the last week actually at the NTC. So I was on court with him for a week, and because it was difficult for me because like with the rehab, like I would be going and then I'd have a setback and, need to like stop tennis for a little bit. So it was hard. So we only did like the last week with him, but before that, the LTA helped me a ton. I was doing all my rehab, fitness, tennis, everything with them, and it was great for the point in time that I was at.
so have you got a coach that you're sort of working with full time now?
Well, here Jane O'Donoghue is helping me. She's been my mentor for years. She used to be my national coach, and when I was like under 14, under 16, and it's really nice and refreshing to have her around. I know she has my best interests at heart, and it's just nice to have a familiar face.
And you're on the cusp of making it into a main draw for the Australian Open. Obviously, if you play qualies, you've done pretty well going that route as well in the past as well. I mean, how do you feel if you have to go through qualies?
Yeah, qualifying doesn't faze me. Right now, I'm approaching it like I am in qualifying because I am. But yeah, I mean, I've done pretty well in qualifying before, so just see how it goes really.
What you lost to?
And you arrived, I think, on Boxing Day. Does that mean you were in the plane on Christmas Day?
Yeah, I flew Christmas Eve, and the day that we lost traveling here was Christmas Day, so that was good. But like on the plane, on British Airways, they have like the Christmas dinner, and it was so good. So basically, I had my turkey on the flight. So go BA.
Santa managed to find you, I hope.
No.
And last time you were here, I think you went up to Tawharanui
Yeah.
Beach. Have you done any sightseeing so far or done anything here since you've been here?
No, yeah, I mean, I was meant to go yesterday, but then it started chucking it down in the afternoon, so that probably wasn't the best day to go to the beach. But I probably will because my friend's from here, so she just takes me around, and when I have some time, maybe after the tournament.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
So if I were you a phone